Hi everyone, I'm Donna Stellhorn, your practical astrologer, and today we are talking about the new moon. It's on June 25th. It's at 4 degrees of Cancer, and it is conjunct Jupiter, which is the planet of luck and expansion. Of course, it's also making aspects to Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, and Mars. And so this is a lot of different options for you and a lot of different ways to solve a puzzle, and that's what we're going to talk about. And then there's a special section at the end of this video where we're going to talk about one of your 4 money houses and your special abilities to draw money into your life. Now, this is a new moon conjunct Jupiter. It is something that happens occasionally. So we had one in April 2011, September 2016. Actually, that one was a little wide. That was about 4 degrees off. On Christmas Day, we had one in 2019, and then in March 2022. So it happens occasionally, again, not that often. Now, Jupiter conjunct the new moon represents this big opportunity for you, but the different aspects that the new moon is doing represent these puzzle pieces, and some of these pieces are more difficult than others. Literally, the aspects are difficult, but there is one of the aspects, the one to Mars, is actually quite easy. And so that's the one I would suggest focusing on. And this is about taking baby steps towards your goal, because this is Mars in Virgo. So this is the small steps that you take, then you assess, and then you take another couple of steps, and then you assess. And with that, then you solve the puzzle. And this all boils down to, this is a Jupiter conjunct a new moon, which is a really good time to start something. And so if you need help with this, if you would like to know more about how this new moon and all the transits are affecting your chart, I do readings. There's a link in the description. Okay, Gemini, this new moon with this big new beginning is in your area of money. And that means if you're looking for a job right now, your prospects are very good. It means also if you have a business, you have a chance to expand the business. You have an opportunity to make more money in your existing career or pull in another source of money. So this is something you really do want to consider. Now, of all of these things, of course, they are puzzles in themselves. And so to find those individual puzzle pieces, you need to break things down into those small little components so that you can just knock them off one at a time. Now, of course, this is also a new moon, and that means the more seeds you plant, the bigger your harvest is going to be. But right now, you're just planting seeds, and you can't see what's going to sprout right away. You have to plant the seeds and tend the seeds and see if they are going to sprout. Now, when it comes to love relationships, specifically new love, Venus is not making an aspect with Mercury. So there's a great deal of focus on you, and there's less focus on connecting with someone else at this time. And so if this is something where you were planning to meet new people and date and all that, you may not be in the mindset to meet the people. And so like people could ask you out and you wouldn't notice. So if you are going into a situation like that, just be very conscious that you could miss it. And so ask a friend to nudge you if somebody asks you out. But otherwise, just put things off, like meeting someone new, till after this 2-week period. Now, when it comes to existing love relationships, Mercury and Jupiter are making a semi-sextile, but they're in the same sign. And so that's kind of like the two of you coming together to do maybe slightly irritating tasks, but you're getting along. Like you're both doing the dishes, but you're singing together while you do it. Or you are, cleaning the house, but it's a little bit of a game. So there's a way to come together and get along better, even in not difficult circumstances, because that's not really what you're doing here, but more just everyday, more mundane circumstances seem to be a little bit brighter here. Now, when it comes to your money, you pull money from the moon, which is sitting there in your house of money. And so this is a really good time to be focusing on money from all different levels. And that's the physical level of going out and doing things, but also intellectually to learn the things about money, to look at it emotionally and clear out the emotional blocks, and then also to look at it spiritually and do the meditations or journaling or those sort of things like feng shui to bring in money opportunities. Now, when it comes to money from business or from investments, the moon's making a square to Saturn. And so you have really strong opportunities here. There are going to be some work. You have to deal with them. So it's things like, people want to buy your products. You've got to get it up on the website. And there are investment opportunities, and you have to, call the broker, or you have to move the money to get this opportunity. So the opportunities are definitely there. They are going to take that energy. But they're going to be compelling enough that you want to do them. And then when it comes to money derived from career, so that would be a paycheck, the moon's making a sextile to Mars. And so there is really an opportunity for you to make more money in your job or to get a better job. But being that it's a sextile, it means that you have to initiate the action. So you have to approach your supervisor and kind of bring up the subject, or perhaps you're already looking for a job, and then you need to suggest, what you want for pay, etc. So the opportunity is there, and you can utilize that opportunity. You will also have good opportunities in the future, so you can do that too. Okay, in the third section of this video, I have a couple of announcements, and then we're going to continue talking about your second house and the money in your chart. I offer a free class every month. It's called New Month Wishes. It is on the first day of the month at 12 p.m. Pacific time. There's a link in the description to register. In this class, we talk about the astrological happenings for the month, and then we come together, we write our wishes for the month, and we then energize them with a short meditation. It's a really fun class, and so even if you can't come to the class itself, register, because you will get all the information for the class, at least doing the wishes. And if you like astrology and you love black cats, you're going to love my newsletter. It is an illustrated guide to what's going on for the week. It is free, and there is a link in the description. And by the way, members of this channel get exclusive access to deep dive astrological videos, as well as some other things I have in the works. And so you can become a member by clicking the join button. It's right by the subscribe button. So we already started looking at your second house and the sign on the second house cusp. And today we're going to be looking at that sign and your special ability to make money based on that sign. So I covered some of this in the last money video that we did, but I just wanted to quickly go over it in case you missed that one. The line between the first house and the second house is called the second house cusp. And then you're going to look for the sign on the second house cusp. And by the way, if you can't figure it out on those free apps, just send me your birth information. I'll send you a copy of your chart. So today we're going to take a deeper look at the sign on the cusp, and it describes a talent that you have that could help you make more money. Okay, if you have Aries on the second house cusp, your ability is to take quick action that includes massive action towards a goal. So while other people are sitting on their hands, you're getting things done. And this can be quite the selling point for you. Now, if you want to find the source of your money, look for where Mars is in your chart. If you have Taurus on the second house, your ability is to persevere. You can keep going until the job is done. Other people give up and you keep at it. So this makes you quite an asset for the team. Now, if you want to find the source of your money, look for where Venus is in your chart. Now, if you have Gemini on the second house cusp, your ability is to communicate. You can connect people together, you can distribute information, you can let others know what is available. This is a very valuable skill, as connections and communication are vital to business. Now, if you want to find the source of your money, look for where Mercury is in your chart. Now, if you have Cancer on the second house, you have the ability to empathize. And that means you can make people feel heard and understood. You remember what they need and you know, how people can help each other. You bring the team together like family, and that's so important. Now, if you want to know a source of your money, look for where the moon is in your chart. Now, if you have Leo on the second house, then you have the ability to show others what is possible. Your creative ideas help people see the potential of what could be achieved. This gives people the courage to take risks and the risks they need to do to grow a business. Now, if you want to find a source of your money, look for where the sun is in your chart. Now, if you have Virgo on the second house, your ability is to organize a system. Then organizing the system makes everything possible. You see the details and the order in which things should be done. And you can pull together different people or different departments or different systems to work together. Now, if you want to find a source of money in your life, look for where Mercury is in your chart. Now, if you have Libra on the second house, then you have the ability to negotiate, and that is to get an understanding between people. You can find agreements, quell arguments, or find a win-win. You can get very different people to work together, or two companies to work together, or two departments to work together. Now, to find a source of money in your life, look for where Venus is in your chart. Now, if you have Scorpio on the second house, you have the ability to recognize and gather resources. And so that means you can find people with expertise, you can find funding sources, you can pull together powerful influencers for a cause. You can do this for yourself, or you can do this for an organization. Now, to find a source of money for you in your life, look for where Pluto is in your chart. If you have Sagittarius on the second house, your ability is to explore new worlds. You can help companies open up new marketplaces. You can connect with foreign countries or different companies. You can work across state lines. You can even have competing companies come together to work on a project. Now, if you want to find a source of money in your life, look for where Jupiter is in your chart. If you have Capricorn on the second house, your ability is to build. You're able to find the tools and the resources necessary to build a company, to build a team, or to make something that lasts. You have the plans and the perseverance to put one brick on top of another until the monument is done. Now, if you want to find a source of money in your life, look for where Saturn is in your chart. If you have Aquarius on the second house, your ability is in mobilizing a group of people towards a common goal. You can organize people around a cause, a concern, or a mission. You can galvanize people and spur them to action. You can connect people together in some sort of networking web. Now, if you want to find a source of money in your chart, look for where Uranus is. If you have Pisces on the second house, your ability is to intuitively know what is needed. That is that you see opportunities and see open doors before others do. You know which path to take just by feeling it. You know when to hold back also and double check something before you send it out. So now if you want to find a source of money in your life, look for where Neptune is in your chart. So this is just one of the places you pull money from, and we are going to talk about other sources of your money in the next video. So I hope you will subscribe and stay tuned.